CBS Sports HQ training camp tour continuing with the Bengals today. And one guy happy to see Joe Burrow not seriously injured last week, this guy, Tyler Boyd. The third wide receiver on this Bengals team has been a steady target for Burrow. Hasn't played less than 15 games in any of the past 3 seasons. He saw his receptions and target numbers dip a bit last season, but he remains one of Burrow's most reliable pass catchers, and he does some spectacular athletic catches as well. And he was speaking with our Evan Washburn at Bengals camp on Thursday.
Tyler, great to see you. Thanks for taking a moment. Year 8 for you. I'm curious, when you look back to year 1 to where you are now, what's changed the most?
I think the biggest change in my career was just winning, because when I first transitioned into college, into the league, we had a rough start, a lot of up and down seasons, never reached the playoffs, never really got to experience a real NFL season, and now that we got things switched around and got the ball rolling and everything's great now.
Yeah, you think about it, you guys are going to attempt to make a 3rd straight trip to an AFC title game. Obviously want to get back to a Super Bowl, maybe win one of these things. What do you think's allowed this to come together in a way that's been pretty special over the last couple seasons?
I think first and foremost, just starting off with Zach Taylor. He came in with a great staff, and everybody controls it the way that the players want it to be done, and it correlates to what we want and what the coaches want, and I think we bring a lot of camaraderie around the whole building. Guys love each other, guys want to play with each other. There's no unselfishness on the team, and I think that goes a long way.
Your room, but specifically the 3 of you in terms of T, Jamar, and yourself, from the outside is pretty unique. Are you able to acknowledge how special it is that you're able to have 3 wide receivers of that caliber on the field at the same time?
Yes, I kind of think about it a lot now, because it makes all of our jobs a lot easier. Not to say that it's easy to go out there and line up and win your battles, but at the same time, it just gives so much mismatches for defense to try to strategize against us, because you got 3 basically number 1 receivers, and I think we paved the way for a lot of teams, because now that we got a monster 3, I think a lot of the teams are trying to do it now because it's a lot tougher to game plan against us. So I enjoy it and I love it.
Give us a sense, whether it's in the locker room, on the sideline, the dynamic between the 3 of you, whether it's the personalities, who's the alpha. You're the vet, so maybe you're leading the group. Jamar seems to have a pretty good sense of humor. T seems a little reserved. Give us an idea of what it's like.
I think with me, first and foremost, I'm probably the oldest, who I am, and I'm probably more of the leader. T is more quiet, Chase is more the social uproar on go, like myself, and we just kind of just piggyback off each other. And if we see someone down or vice versa, we try to pick them guys up and just continue to give each other juice and reasons why that if you don't get a play and you don't make plays, then your play's going to come, So like I said before, it's just the unselfishness that we carry with each other.
And look, the dynamics of that group kind of speak the larger picture with this team, and the idea of a window closing, how much time you guys have together, because there's just so much talent. It's tough to keep together. I know you're in the last year of your deal. How do you guys as a group view that?
For myself personally, I just go out there and do what I can. I don't kind of look at that, because I know we have a great team. We have a championship caliber team. Us receivers, our group is the most probably special group on the team. So the higher we hold the bar is the higher everybody else wants to keep their style of play. And I think, we try not to think so much about how many more years we got. If this is it or whatnot, then we're gonna make sure we make the best of it.
When Joe went down, there was a collective obvious concern amongst football fans, those of us that cover it, because you never want to see great players get hurt. What's your concern level now as you sit here a week later?
When it first happened, it's kind of, whoa, that's the best quarterback in the league. That's our guy. We need him to get the job done. But at the end of the day, like I just mentioned before, us receivers, our group, we hold the bar so high with or without Joe, and believe in ourselves that we can still get the job done with with the next guy up. So with that being said, we still believe that we can be who we are with someone coming in, stepping into his shoes.
the experience of last year with Joe out for a little while, but then he comes back. Does that give you guys something? Because so much of what you do is about timing and chemistry, even though you played together a bunch. How can that factor into maybe when Joe returns, things being smooth?
I mean, I think that's the beauty of it, because when we get all the starters back reunited, it's just everything is polished. Everything is to that fine line of knowing what each guy's going to do in each route. And Joe does a great job of just knowing where he wants us to be, and I think that's why I'm so great in the slot, because I know where he expects me to be at certain plays and at certain times in big moments, and just having the chemistry is make the job so much easier, man. It's just great to always have the guys that you started with in playing with you.
Last one for you, and take a little detour here. I want you, if you can, to build the perfect receiver. And so the way this works is I'll identify a trait of a receiver. Past or present, you name a player that fits those to build what would be the Superman of receivers. That makes sense?
Yes, I got you.
Okay, all right, so first up, let's go with size.
Size. I'll start with T.
Okay.
I got nice in terms of height, 6'4". That's a great
I'd be curious
receiver.
if you go strictly Bengals for this. All right, let's go with speed.
Speed. Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill.
Hands.
Hands. I'll say myself, because I rarely ever drop anything. If you go back and look, I'm probably the most guaranteed pass catcher in the league.
Route running.
Route running. I'll say Calvin Ridley. Give it to Ridley. The clips I've been seeing him now, he took that year off. He looks even better than when.
Yeah, some of those look like they're on fast forward.
Yeah, it's like he's super. He's moving, and his routes is so. Him or Devontae Adams, but I'll say Ridley.
Okay, run after catch.
Run after the kid, I'll go Devontae Adams.
Okay, and lastly, just overall playmaking at the wide receiver position.
Jamar, gotta go with Chase, man. The things I've seen Chase do, he catch the ball in 10 yards with two people around him, and he turned it into a touchdown. Like 2 years ago when we played the Chiefs, he caught an out route in cover 2 and split the 2 and just outran the rest of the team. It was spectacular.
Last one for you, the urgency in that locker room for finally breaking through, whether it's to get back to a Super Bowl or to win one. How would you describe it?
Very confident, and poised, because we know what we're capable of and we know what we can do, when we go out there and line up in between the lines. And it's just, like you said, the chemistry and every guy knowing our ability and how good we can be.
Awesome. Great to see you,
Thank
Tyler.
you, brother.
Thanks, man.
I appreciate you.
That was great.
So our training camp tour continuing. We have the Bengals and the Bucks today, and tomorrow we're going 3 wide at Dolphins camp. Pete Prisco, Charles Davis, and Rick Spielman there, and we'll also have Evan Washburn with the Titans. Sunday we get Evan with the Jets, and then Monday back to 2-a-days. Pete is in Green Bay, and Evan is with the Jags for a second stop there.